topic is actually about the effectiveness of the rule of law, conditional regulation, and I have to say that it has been very effective being a Hungarian, because approximately 21 billion euros have been suspended, and more than 1 billion is already lost by the Hungarians themselves. And it had a serious impact on the Hungarian state. It cannot invest in public infrastructure. Of course, it cannot support the Hungarian economy, and it cannot provide actual basic social services to its people. I mean, just to highlight you a few examples, alone from the RRF, 50 hospitals could have been renovated, which did not happen. And if you look at the Hungarian railway lines, it's a kind of a tragedy. I mean, on some lines, actually, the speed is now lower than 170 years before. So you can actually say that the conditional regulation has been very effective and had a very effective impact on the everyday lives of Hungarians. Now, politically, I'm not so sure about this, because it has resulted in a radical polarization of the Hungarian society. Ms. Guyan said that there was no political backlash, but I think there was actually. Because on one side, Fidesz and the Hungarian government is actually misusing this situation for political domestic purposes, claiming that the withholding of funds is based on double standards and not politically motivated. And if you let actually political concessions come into play, I think it is actually somehow politically motivated. And it lets actually the Hungarian government position itself as a defender against Brussels leaders who are regularly portrayed as Hungarophobic. Now, on the positive side, the deteriorating standard of living of Hungarians actually strengthened the opposition, and there I'm very positive about the 26 elections. But I would like to ask a question to the experts, like, how can you reconcile the financial interests of the EU with the political interests of the EU in preserving Hungary's integration within the EU, and what active steps the EU should do to counter disinformation narratives about the conditional regulation? Thank you.